The goat became very great, but at the height of its power, the large horn was broken up off, and on its place 4 prominent horns grew up toward the 4 winds of heaven. This large horn represents who? Alexander the Great, the one who established the Greek Empire. And at the height of his success, he died at the age of 34. So this represents, and then after that is also talk about the 4, and is divided into 4 prominent horns. And then toward the 4 winds of heaven. What does it mean? Let us look from the history. So we are going to see what does it mean, or we can find the better explanation from that. Now, last week we also talked about the leopard with the 4 wings and the 4 heads. Once again, we talk about the characteristic of the leopard. It symbolizes speed, agility, and ruthlessness, rapid and strategic conquest, and its feet exactly with the characteristic of Alexander the Great. He is a wise man. He is very strategic in his conquest, and they move in speed and agility. It's all talking about the precision, the cleverness, and the military genius. And it's known for adaptability in diverse environment. And we know that that's why today Greeks culture or even philosophy still continue to spread throughout the Western world and the nation because of its adaptability. So it can adapt into different environment, into different culture and background. So we talk about the image of the goat here is also associated with the Greek Empire. And the 4 wings in the leopard also mean the widespread or the speed. In the same way, now we are going to see about the 4 heads represent the 4 divisions. It's just like the image of the goat, right? When the large unicorn or the large horn was broken, immediately it come out with the 4 smaller horns. What does that mean? From history, we know that after the death of Alexander the Great, what will happen? After 200 years of rule, the Middle Persian Empire came to an end in 331 BC. As Alexander the Great took the victory, the large horn, as I said, broken represent Alexander the Great, dead at the age of 33. Sorry, a while ago I talked about 34. And his empire was divided into 4 regions. This is the accuracy of the prophecy, as you can see. First of all, Cassander, the first general or the first ruler, he ruled from Greece and Macedonia. The second general, his name is Lysimachus. He rules in Asia Minor. And the third one, maybe most of the time we heard about the third one and the fourth one, Ptolemy Soter, who ruled in Egypt and Palestine. And Seleucus Nicator ruled in Syria, Babylon, and east to India. So you could imagine how vast the Greek Empire in those days. And it happened exactly the division of geography, but at the same time the 4 generals. And it's also happened exactly when Alexander the Great, he died at the young age of 33, at the height of his success. And then it is divided into 4 regions, and it represents in the scripture today as the 4 winds of the corner of the world. And once again, this will also talk about the dream that King Nebuchadnezzar has seen. And it's also represent exactly the meaning about the bronze may refer to the military prowess and their weaponry that make the Greek dominant and expanding the empire in many parts of the world. So I'm not going to mention about the achievement of all the Greek Empire or the Medo and Persian Empire, because we learned about that last time. But let us begin to remind ourselves a little bit about the four heads, like I shared. First of all, it represents about the four general and the division of the geopolitical region. But at the same time, the four heads, it could also mean about the influence of education and philosophy of the Greek to the nation. This is another explanation, because we can see that Greek was known for Hellenistic culture, philosophy, art, and language, and it still influenced to many nations of the world even today. From the structure, architecture, from philosophy, education, principle, or even in the technique of war, in government, we see that the Greek has influenced many nations of the world. So maybe this also another meaning that the four heads here also represent not only the general, but also talking about the ideology, the philosophy of the Greeks. It is so powerful that influenced the world even until today. But in the midst of those things, changes, the kingdom rise and fall. One thing that we need to remember, just like Daniel, just like Habakkuk, that we need to have the vision of God in the turbulent time.